I broke my back. Spinal.
So last week, news broke that Nacho Beristain and Chavez Jr. had an argument over Chavez Jr. wanting to leave the location they're training at. At this location, the reason they're at is because it's the high altitude and the cold. So that's the reason Nacho took him out there. And apparently Chavez Jr. wanted to stop training there last week, at the end of last week, which would have been a couple of days ago. And that would have been like 3 weeks before the fight. And Nacho doesn't want to leave there, doesn't want to finish training there until the 28 or 29, which would be 1 week before the fight. So everybody thought it was just because I'm Chavez Jr., including myself, that he was being, undisciplined, like always. And apparently now Marquez, Juan Manuel Marquez, who's also trained by Nacho Beristain, he's taking sides with Chavez Jr. And this is what he said, what Marquez came out saying recently. I do not share the opinion of what Nacho Beristain is saying. Strength is going to be important but more important is going to be the speed, which is the key point. He needs to relocate to a lower altitude and train at less height because in the fight, everything is going to be important, but the most important thing is speed. Canelo Alvarez is a good counterpuncher who has speed, who has power, unlike Chavez Jr., who will arrive with great strength but very slow, and that is a factor that will not favor him. You cannot work on speed at a high altitude like that. You gain a lot of strength, it gives you great conditioning, you're strong, but Chavez Jr. needs to work on speed because the speed does not catch on at first. You have to do it gradually, and what Chavez Jr. and Memo Heredia were thinking in terms of leaving, that was fine. 3 weeks to bring up the speed little by little and thus lose the weight, because even with the cold, it does not favor Chavez Jr. because that will affect him with losing weight. And if he goes away from this location to train somewhere else like in Vegas, it would have been very positive for Chavez Jr. in both areas, speed and weight. So that's what Marquez came out saying. So, he has a lot of experience. Everybody knows about Marquez. Come on. He's trained in those high altitude places. Especially, it came out when he was training for the Mayweather and the Pacquiao fights, since those fights were so high profiled and they had 24/7 episodes, and we saw all that. So he has a lot of experience on that matter. So and while he was doing that, he was being trained by this guy, Nacho Beristain. So Nacho Beristain himself has a lot of experience in that fucking matter too. So it's like, somebody in the comments, because I did a video about this last week when it came out that they had the argument, Chavez Jr. and Nacho, and somebody in the comments put that it might be just because it was just Nacho that came out talking, not Chavez Jr. that came out saying this, and now Marquez is the one that comes out saying this. So we haven't heard anything from Chavez Jr., or at least I haven't heard anything about this. So somebody in the comments put that it might be a plan of Nacho just trying to send just trying to get into the head of Canelo and make it seem like if Canelo is going to end up, fighting somebody still undisciplined, that it's Chavez Jr. still acting up against his trainer during training camp. You know what I mean? So it might be true, he's just trying to, and he has a lot of experience in this too. Nacho Beristain, trying to make the other fighter think otherwise than what's really going on. So it just might be, to make it seem like, he's having problems training this fucker, Chavez Jr., like like other trainers have had in the past. And, Canelo might be overconfident and be like, I'm just going to fight, somebody undisciplined. Like, living up to his reputation, So it might be that. Who knows? But, because if it's not that and he is having problems with him, arguments with him, but then Marquez comes out saying this, it does make you think that Chavez Jr. might be right. Chavez Jr. and Memo Heredia, they were the ones that made the decision. They were about to leave until Nacho basically said, if you leave, I'm not going to be there for you. I'm not going to train you. I'm not going to be your trainer in your corner against Canelo. So, I don't know, because, fucking Marquez, it was surprising that I heard this from Marquez. But who knows, it might be, it might be a plan from Nacho to even get Marquez to come out saying this shit. So, so Canelo could think that there's a rift, some problems going on in there, and it's going to be an easy night for Canelo. And then once he gets in there in that fucking ring, Chavez Jr. is going to probably be the best ever, the fucking beast mode, completely beast mode. So they're trying to make it seem Nacho might be making Marquez come out saying this, so it could make it seem like if, he's not going to have any speed, fucking Chavez Jr. might be battling with some fucking stamina issues as well because of the high altitude and overtraining at the high altitude. And I don't know, that might be it. Or Marquez has always fucking hated on fucking Canelo. Always. Everybody knows that for years. They've always had a little bit of beef. And this is just another way for Marquez to kind of discredit Canelo after Canelo beats Chavez Jr. And already setting up an excuse, trying to make it seem like, well, you beat up on a man that didn't have a good training camp, a smart training camp, He didn't have any speed because he was training too long at high altitude. So he's already trying to, make it seem like if Chavez Jr. is not even going to be at his best, that could be it too. Because, like I said, Marquez don't fucking like Canelo. Canelo don't like fucking Marquez. Because even when this fight was done and then Chavez Jr. went ahead and hired Nacho Beristain, Marquez came out saying that it was not going to make a difference. That Chavez Jr. is not good enough. So he was already discrediting a victory by Canelo over Chavez Jr., making it seem like if he's shit, like if Chavez Jr. is garbage, no matter who the fuck he trains with, not even if he trains with his own trainer, Marquez's own trainer, Nacho Beristain. So who knows what could, I don't know. I'm already. I thought it was fucking easy to figure this fucking story out. I thought it was just fucking what it was reading, that it was basically saying that fucking Chavez Jr. is just being undisciplined like he's always been with his trainer when this broke out last week, the little argument with Nacho. But now, all these theories that I'm telling you guys, I don't know what the fuck to believe, because it's just strange that fucking Marquez just came out totally going against fucking Nacho, and we all know that him and Nacho have been cool. They've always been cool. Marquez is even thinking about keeps talking about a comeback. He might come back this year, and we all know who his trainer's gonna be. It's gonna be fucking Nacho. And he's going against them like that, like talking, like big time talking against them, like going against them completely. So it's strange. It might be any of those theories that I brought up, or it might not be any of them. Who the fuck knows? The point is, I'm happy that Chavez Jr. did not fucking break up with his fucking trainer this far into the fucking training camp, so close to the fight, because then that would have fucked up the fight, Everybody would have been like, oh, come on, he's going in there without this badass fucking trainer. Who the fuck's gonna train him now? So that would have fucked everything up. So, like I said, hopefully this is all fucking bullshit from Nacho trying to get into the fucking head of Canelo. And we see the best fucking Chavez. Hopefully. Because we're getting really close to this fight. And, man, this fucking fight is hyped up. Better live up to the fucking hype, man. I want to see a fucking war. All eyes are on Chavez Jr. We want to see the best Chavez Jr. It'll bring out the best out of Canelo. And a fucking badass show for everyone. Alright, so that's all I got on this. And I'm out.
I broke my back. Spinal.